I had a very busy week this week, and you'll see what I did this week. I started off at Southlands. I had never been on the property, and when I went up there, I painted an old house that was in bad shape, and here's the watercolor that I did up in Southlands. Then I discovered a chain, and I decided I would do some work based on that chain. And the chain had an old rusted lock on it, and you can see that I was also busy doing this watercolor of it. I think I may have some interesting ideas of using a chain and a lock in some future paintings. And here's the finished piece of this chain and lock with all the rust. I went to an Andy Warhol exhibition at the Bermuda National Gallery. This is at the opening, and you can see some pieces that feature Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones, and you can see my wife in front of the works. Andy Warhol actually designed the album cover for the Rolling Stones' Sticky Fingers. Brown Sugar was on that album. My wife curated a Charles Lloyd Tucker exhibition for Masterworks that he hung in the National Gallery. Prince Charles was in a collage done by Charles Lloyd Tucker. My wife met the Queen, and we aren't sure if she noticed that her son was in the collage. So this isn't the first time that Prince Charles, now King Charles, has hung in the Bermuda National Gallery. The next day I went to the Bermuda Cathedral, where Curb had put on a special service in memory of my wife's Aunt Eva. So the bishop spoke, and there were various speakers. Mrs. Angelita Deal, Dr. Hodgson's niece, gave a family view of what Dr. Hodgson was like. She said that Dr. Hodgson could be very shy, that she always enjoyed books, and she also enjoyed the arts. Donaldo Lorenzo, her church elder, discovered that she was driven by Micah chapter 6, verse 8. He has shown you, O mortal, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. There were other speakers from CURB and the Human Rights Commission. This is the executive director of CURB, and Minister Owen Darrell spoke. There also were some musical selections. I was on the art scene at Masterworks on Friday. I saw paintings in fabric by Gail Marirea. I looked at my 2 carriage paintings that are in the exhibition Multiplicity at Masterworks. I also went to an exhibition at Paradise Mobile. On Saturday, I did a pen and ink, and I also added some Chinese ink and brushwork. I was trying to get a look that looked similar to Rembrandt's etchings. This was a scene from the Walk to Calvary that happens on Good Friday in St. George's. So this is the high priest with Christ on the cross behind him. And now you can get a closer look with more detail of the piece. I was out again near Summers Wharf in St. George's, and I did the Old Armoury, which is in pretty bad shape, but I think I was able to get a fairly interesting painting of the building, the architecture, and the state of the building. So I had a busy week, but I've also had a busy 2 or 3 months doing a series of paintings. This is one of them, and soon I'll be showing these to the public. So look out for when I make that announcement, and in the meantime you can like, share, and comment. I'd like to hear your thoughts on what I've just presented. Thanks for watching. Bye.